Y'all, please bear with me because this lighting does not want to cooperate. Hey guys, I'm Krishan and you are watching The Book Archer. So today I want to talk to you guys about books that I've read in one sitting and books that I think are good for reading in one sitting. What made me think about doing this video is it is May, which means basically the beginning of summer, and a lot of traveling and things are going to be going on. So if you're traveling, that means you're going to be idle in a car, a train, or a plane for multiple hours at a time. And of course, the majority of us are reading during these periods. But I absolutely hate starting like a great book and then having to stop it because obviously you're on vacation for other things. Sometimes you get pulled out of the story and you don't even eventually get back to it until later on. It just kills the experience. So I thought I would give you guys some suggestions of books that I've read in one sitting so you can read them in one car ride or one beach trip, and other books that I have read before or I think would be good for one sitting reads. Let's go ahead and get started. The first books that I want to talk about are contemporaries. I feel like contemporaries are not only good for the summertime just because they give you summertime vibes, because the stories are easy to follow. You don't have to think about a whole entire fantastical world and how it's built. You just get to know the character stories and that's it. So I really enjoy that aspect about them. One of the books that I have read in one sitting is Slammed by Colleen Hoover. That was my first Colleen Hoover read and currently the only book that I have read by Colleen Hoover, but I really enjoyed it. She really makes it easy for you to connect with the main character. That is something that seems to be the case from what other people say about the other books that they read and my personal experience. It's like watching a movie but in book form. You get to see the beginning, the rise of the climax, and the end, like all of that. It's really good. So I definitely suggest any books by Colleen Hoover for one sitting reads. My other suggestions would obviously be like John Green books, because I've found that I've read all of his books in one sitting. Maybe not The Fault in Our Stars, but I know I've read Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska both in one sitting. His books are very micro plots. Plots are specific and they don't really have other side plots going on. So these are books that are really easy to read in one sitting. And of course they're John Green, so they're still enjoyable. As far as dystopian goes, guys, I already know I'm finna go there. I would definitely suggest the Shatter, Me Trilogy and the Legend series. I didn't read Legend in one sitting, but I feel like this series is so good for that because it's very fast paced and the world building isn't one of the main focuses as it is in a lot of other dystopians. If you're looking for a quick read, then this is perfect. It follows two main characters that you really immediately either like or dislike, and it has a lot of different unique elements that are easy to follow. So I would definitely consider picking this up. I would also suggest the Selection series. I haven't read that, but my best friend, she really loves it. I know everybody that reads it basically say that you fly through the books. So those seem like really good reads to just fly through. I'm going to be reading those in July because they have the trilogy and paperback on sale for 20 bucks. And if I'm vacationing, those are the books that I'll be reading in one sitting. So those are my dystopian suggestions. As far as fantasy goes, I would definitely first of all suggest urban fantasy for books that you kind of want to read in one sitting. For example, School Spirits might be a good one. This is kind of a companion novel to the Hex Hall trilogy. This book is only 276 pages and her other books all read really fast anyway, her longer books. So this one you could probably read in like a 2-hour car ride and be good to go. Fantasy suggestions that I would say are books by Amanda Hocking. I have 4 of them here. The Switch trilogy, which I have mentioned before. Her writing style is very easy to read, easy to follow. It's not like a bunch of big words. It's not over descriptive. It is basically just the story and the dialogue. So she has very dialogue heavy writing. So if you like that, then you might want to pick up these books. The last one I have to mention is not urban fantasy. It's actually regular high fantasy. and that is The Assassin's Curse. I cannot remember the author's name right now, but it is the first book in a duology. The first one is in The Assassin's Curse, and the second one is The Pirate's Wish. I have that book on my Kindle, and that's the only way you can buy it right now because the physical copies have run out because the publishing house unfortunately closed. But a lot of people on BookTube love that fantasy series. It takes place in like a fantastical or Arabian type of area, I guess, and it has pirates and assassins and magics, and it's really fun and it's really fast paced. I read that book in one sitting. So those are the books that I would suggest. I think those are all the suggestions that I wanted to give y'all, and I definitely have enjoyed reading those. What are books that you guys have read in one sitting, or what's some books that you would suggest are great for reading while you're traveling, while you're on the beach, that can be read really quickly? Leave all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I absolutely love chatting with you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at theBookArcher, especially on Twitter because I'm trying to tweet more. Follow me. Bye guys!